moment that made you hate your birthday. My 18th birthday fell on the day of my mother's funeral. After battling cancer for 3 years, she'd finally lost the fight 5 days earlier. Dad insisted we still acknowledge my birthday somehow. She would have wanted that, he said, voice cracking. That morning, I found a small gift box on my dresser with a note, "Open me after the funeral. Love, Mom." My hands trembled. Mom had been planning for this day, knowing she might not be here. The funeral was a blur of black clothes and sympathetic touches on my shoulder. I kept the small box in my pocket, feeling its weight like a stone. Every time someone wished me happy birthday with sad eyes, I wanted to scream. Back home, relatives filled our living room with hushed conversations and casserole dishes. I slipped away to my bedroom and locked the door. Sitting on my bed, I finally opened Mom's gift. Inside was a delicate silver locket and a folded note. "My darling, if you're reading this, I didn't make it to your 18th. I'm so sorry. Inside this locket is a key. It opens the blue storage box in the attic. I've left you 18 birthday gifts, one for each year until you're 36, the age I was when I had you. Open one each year. This way, I'll still be part of your birthdays. All my love, Mom." Tears blurred my vision as I opened the locket. A tiny key glinted inside. I went to the attic immediately, finding the blue box tucked in the corner. The key fit perfectly. Inside were 18 wrapped packages, each labeled with an age. 18, 19, 20, all the way to 36. I picked up the one marked 18 with shaking hands. Inside was a leather-bound journal. The first page had Mom's handwriting. I started writing this when we got my diagnosis. It's everything I wanted to tell you about becoming an adult. Read one entry each day. By the end of the year, you'll have all the advice I would have given you. I flipped to the first entry and began reading. A knock interrupted me. "Honey," Dad's voice. "Someone's here to see you." Reluctantly, I went downstairs. Standing awkwardly in our foyer was Jason, my crush since sophomore year. We'd never spoken more than a few words. "Hey," he said, hands in pockets. "I heard about your mom and that it's your birthday. I just wanted to say I'm sorry." "Thanks," I mumbled, embarrassed by my red eyes. "Also," he continued, "your mom called me 3 weeks ago." I froze. "What?" "She said she was your mother and asked if I could do her a favor. She, paid for 2 tickets to that music festival next month, the one you mentioned wanting to go to in English class." I stared at him, speechless. I'd mentioned that festival once, in passing, months ago. "She said you needed something to look forward to," Jason explained, "and that I seemed like a nice young man." He smiled slightly. "She was pretty persuasive." I couldn't process this. Mom had called my crush while dying? "There's more," Jason said, pulling out an envelope. "She asked me to give you this today." The envelope contained a birthday card with Mom's handwriting. "Surprise. I know you've liked this boy forever. Mothers notice these things. Consider this my last bit of meddling in your love life. Have fun at the festival. Life needs joy, especially after loss. P.S. He said yes immediately when I called. I think he likes you too." I looked up at Jason, who was blushing furiously. "Your mom was intense," he said, in a good way. For the first time that day, I laughed through my tears. Dad appeared in the doorway. "There's cake in the kitchen," he said softly. "Your mom made me promise we'd have cake." It turned out Mom had left instructions with the local bakery months ago. They delivered a birthday cake that morning, chocolate with raspberry filling, my favorite. As we awkwardly gathered around the kitchen table, Dad, Jason, and a few relatives, I realized Mom had orchestrated this entire day from beyond the grave. The cake had a simple message: let joy find you again. Every year on my birthday now, I open one of Mom's gifts. I'm 25 now, and each one has been perfectly timed for what I needed that year. And every year, Jason and I visit the cemetery together before celebrating. "Your mom would be proud," he always says. "I know," I always answer. "She planned it all along."